rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Hey guys, it's Blondie. Hope everyone's been doing well. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video and figured I'd kill that streak today. I've been looking at my comment section and have been getting the question, how to do your voice? Do you use any voice modulation tools, voice changers and whatnot? And I'm actually glad to say that I don't. And hopefully, the instructions that I give you may help you to find your voice if you want to try and do a girl voice, that is, whether it be for pranking people on Omegle, whether it be prank calling people on the phone or on Call of Duty, whatever floats your boat. So the way I got into finding my voice was through a cousin while I was still in high school.
Or am I still in high school?
Anywho, it came to a point where he brought up hentai. He's like, hey, have you ever heard of Japanese cartoon porn? And I was like, sure. That's what 16-year-old schoolgirls do in high school, right? They watch porn. So it came to a point where he'd mimic the voice. The way he did it was very comedic. It was sort of he was like, I, sensei! Very crazy, I thought it was funny. Anyway, I did it myself and it came out
yeah.
And pretty much we just made jokes about it. So I decided to prank one of my friends on the phone by saying I was with some girl right now, because in high school we only hang out with guys. Once again, it's what 16-year-old schoolgirls do. It sort of was like,
hello, nice to meet you, blah 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 blah.
My friend sounded nervous as fuck. He was actually convinced and thought it was some other chick. Then, till I said, nah, it's just me. And he was like, oh. So I think I killed his boner or something like that. Eventually I got better at it. I was heavily influenced by the music I listened to. A lot of it was J-pop. So you got singers like Utada, Yumi Hamasaki, Kodakumi. Yumi Hamasaki is actually what I was actively aiming for, since her voice is very, very high pitch, and if I got it right, all I would need to do is just lower it, feel comfortable with that voice in particular. I guess when it comes to the voice that you're aiming for, you have a certain preference, or not really preference to what voice you normally do. Some people do well with, I guess, whether it be an American accent or any other accents. For me, I lean towards more of the anime girl archetype, since it's pretty much what I've been practicing. And even when I go out with friends on karaoke, we do Japanese songs, whether it's a girl or guy's part. I do whatever I like, since what I mostly listen to. I haven't had a chance to use my voice a lot. After that, it was mostly for pranks or just to entertain someone. But a friend came to me with an opportunity. There was an anime convention, and there was a maid cafe involved. He said, oh, hey, yeah, you should go apply for a maid, blah blah blah, see if you can get in or not. So I did, and I went through the application. I also had to go through a video interview, which I showcased this voice, and I got in, which is pretty cool. And I guess that's how you can say that's how I started getting into crossplay, etc. So for starters, let's get it. I didn't have any specific instructions, and just gave it a go at what I felt was passable at first. So I recorded my voice on my phone. I kept on recording and playing to see what improvements I could make. You want to know where you are, and just keep on aiming for your target. Another thing to remember is that when you hear your voice while practicing, it may sound different than the recording. You may feel that you've got it down by listening to yourself, just normally speak, but there are other instances where another person can hear you and can still detect minute details on how it may sound off. So it's recording is very important. It's like when you practice dancing in front of a mirror, you're able to see your movements, how you move, and like if you like record yourself as well, you'll be able to analyze and make those fine-tune adjustments to get the voice that you want, or will help you get closer to the voice that you're looking for. Alright, so technically I found myself inhaling and tightening my chest when first starting out. There's a small thing in your throat called the epiglottis. It separates your windpipe from where you actually take in food. You want that flap to close that windpipe. With air still in your lungs, you pretty much exhale slowly, tightening your throat. What I feel is that you have to utilize that flap to start controlling the pitch in your voice when you exhale. A good example for getting a feel for this is you try to do a high-pitched voice. You're constricting your vocal cords to create a high-pitched sound. The idea is to find the median between tightening your throat and controlling the flow of air when you exhale and speak. If you constrict your throat too light, it may sound too high, see, it's super tight. It's probably gonna hurt more. When you exhale too quickly, it'll kill your volume and people won't hear you. If you exhale too fast, it's just gonna be low and quiet. It's gonna sound like gibberish because you're gonna try to rush your words like hello senpai onegaishimasu. It sounds like you're whispering if you exhale too fast. So you want to find the perfect median for letting the air out and controlling the pitch with your throat. So, yeah. The last thing I do is experiment with my mouth. Okay, I don't know how you can say that without having any perverted connotation, but your tongue, your jaw, cheeks, lips, and the back of your mouth will control the final outcome of how your voice is going to sound like. All of this is pretty much arbitrary. You'll have to experiment for yourself, fine-tuning, tailoring it to your preference of what you want to sound like. As you practice, you want to have fun with it. Start with small phrases as hello, or hello with many different emotions. You could be like,
Hello. Hi. Hey.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
How's it going? How's it going?
How's it going? Another thing that you can do is to try and add variation as if you're speaking with someone to gain more fluency. It's like learning another language. You'll learn it easier and it'll come to you second nature the more you passively practice it. You practice on other people, basically.
Hello, lovely. You want me to show you a good time? Yeah, senpai. Motto. I like my steak how I like my whiskey. On the rocks.
Some other things you want to keep in mind of is to care for your voice. When you start practicing, your throat is still getting used to the changes that you're making. You don't want to overstress it because that's going to lead to poor practice. And the quality of practice is basically what determines how well you'll be able to perform. Drink plenty of water. It's very, very important. You drink plenty of water. You should probably not drink beer, especially when you're practicing. Oh yeah, no beer. Another thing to not do is smoke. The reason why you don't want to do this is because it's gonna kill your throat, and it's gonna kill you quicker, at least, and yeah, it sucks. That's pretty much all there is to it. As a reminder, these were the things that I did to find my voice. It may or may not work for you. You may need to make some personal adjustments to what you want it to sound like, but I hope this helps. Let me know if you happen to have any questions. Other than that,
気をつけて。
この番組は グランドスポンスの歌級でお送りします。
If you want to turn yourself into a proud Sith warrior, you need the Darth Vader lightsaber.
This high-quality plastic metal weapon is a lightsaber. The Darth Vader lightsaber will protect you in fights and is sure to make you an eye-catcher in any party. Material, plastic, screws.
Chopper, not included.
Rah.